So, coaches, what happens when you network?
Is that for me or for everyone else?
Everybody else, Ali, everybody else.
A very open question, Rebecca. But let me have a punt. I think when I network, I'm sort of looking for the people that I can have some sort of connection with, whether it's a shared interest or whether it's a similar way of thinking or shared values or whatever it might be. And even when I meet someone where that isn't the case, that's still information in itself. That's still successful networking because it's somebody or a company or a type of person I can kind of cross off my list, that kind of, there's not going to be alignment there for whatever reason. So it's still information. And then I think what I have been doing, particularly over the last few weeks, is because I've really been stepping my networking up, is very much that, well, if I meet somebody who I have that connection with, even if they don't have anything immediate for me, then I have a conversation about whether they know anybody who might be interested. And most people are happy to open up a contact book and refer you to somebody else and make an introduction. And so for me, and it's never been a strength of mine, but I think through necessity, I'm getting better at it. I'm getting better at, making the connections of the connections of the connections, and that is starting to bear some fruit. I don't know if that answers your question.
Yeah, it's your answer to the question. So it answers the question beautifully. Has anybody got anything else to share on networking?
I think from my perspective, and this has evolved over the years, is that many years ago when I first got into some consulting, I was probably more driven about networking to make a sale. Whereas now over time, I think somewhat in line with what John said, it's about just creating connections so that people see that the intention is to just have that relationship. And there it takes that pressure of the sale and the money and so on kind of out of the picture. And it's more about the interest in the person and the rest will follow.
Mm-hmm.
And so, and I've talked to other coaches in the space because we are able to very easily see those that are still driven by, I'm desperate, I need the dollar versus just the authenticity of the relationship building in the networking. So that's really created a shift to just say, just focus on the authenticity of the networking and the building of that friendship and relationship, and the rest will come.
Yeah, great. Thank you. Any other perspectives to add? Okay. I'm definitely going to second that in the turning up in a not knowing state and a zero expectation state to networking has really improved my networking over the years. In the early days, Enrique, I totally recognized that, oh, I've got to get this, I've got to get that, I've got to get, didn't work once, not a single time. The moment I let go of that and just went, oh, I wonder who I'll meet, it just flowed. So it's a completely different energy that you're giving off. And I think let's do something here. Let's, if with your permission,